Roo, it's got to be short and sweet this morning. Short and sweet. I've got sheep to feed, pigs to feed, geese to feed, chickens to feed, and lots of other things in between, and a few humans. So it's got to be short and sweet. And let me tell you, if my feet get cold or I get cold, OMG, that'll take me till 11 o'clock to thaw out. So.
Yeah, it is bitter.
It's freezing.
Bitter.
It's freezing. I mean,
these are so metal as well.
It's also as well. It's so sort of variable. So there's, I get used to this cold weather.
Yeah.
But we get a few days of cold, and then it's mild. I'm chucking my coats off one day, and the next day I'm putting on so many layers. I'm like flipping. I can hardly move. But it's cold on that old tractor going up the road.
I bet.
And I have to have my snood on like this, so I look, looks like the SAS coming along. Balaclavas.
You got your mask on.
Yeah, got my mask on. So I'm being a good girl.
Well
but
done.
yeah, how are you?
I'm
You had a
good,
week?
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. We're busy moving.
Oh,
it's
nice.
just crazy. And I have to say, the meat, my new meat diet has been a real struggle. Because last week I left, I said, I'm going to do this for New Year, and then I didn't buy any meat off you. And then we're moving house and stuff, and all I've been eating is veggie, which is really, we've created some lovely meals, but I'm just hungry all the time.
Oh, you want some protein, yeah.
Man. So,
eggs. Eggs is really good. Always have a dozen eggs in the house.
Yeah.
Eggs.
Well, I've been eating eggs, but it's just not cutting the mustard. So anyway, we need to buy some. What have you got in the freezer for me?
Oh, we've got some really nice pork mince. You can do some really nice meatballs. I've got some really nice braised or some beef that you can slow cook. So you can do that Thai. You can do it the Thai method. So just put it on, get it in that old slow cooker. Bring on the slow cookers. That's what we say.
Yeah, so that'll be our
slow.
Sunday.
And then just do a little bit extra, and then you got to get for a couple of days. Or when you do it for you and Sean, there's two of you.
Yeah.
Make enough for 2 meals. Freeze one, and then you got 1 meal for next week. So
Perfect.
Try and do a little bit extra, and then freeze it for the next time. Oh my goodness, that's what you got to do. And then when you're so busy, the pair of you, and you think, oh God, I just can't be bothered. Just get that out the freezer, and off you go, lads.
Off you go, lads.
Try and do extras.
Yeah, well,
Trouble is when you do extras, though, that means
I just eat it all.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That is the thing. Yeah, I go, maybe just have a little bit more.
And when it's
cold, then you're left with a half portion for lunch.
But you want to be eating porridge. You want to be eating oats like the animals, and you want to be eating, eggs.
How are the animals?
And the animals are good. Yeah.
Do they like the cold? Not really.
They don't mind it dry. They prefer the dry.
Right.
But they are getting a bit peckish now, so we're going to have to start I have been putting a bit of hay out, so they are. The ewes are sort of eating a lot of blocks and.
Right. I've noticed that even with Frank, he seems a lot hungrier at the moment.
Well, ourselves, I'm really strict with what I eat for breakfast, but I'm having a bit extra. I just have fruit and porridge or whatever, and I'm having to perhaps have a bit of an egg or something.
Yeah.
But it's good as well, don't you think, when you have a really good breakfast, though? Because they say you should eat like a king. You have a really good breakfast. Perhaps have yourself a couple of eggs, some avocados, a bit of that nice sourdough bread or whatever. Oh, my goodness, that holds you, don't you think? It just sort of fills and, so that's what you got to do, feed. Do soups, get your soups on. And
how are the chickens?
Oh, I've lost 2 of my old girls this week. They're not very happy.
Not faring well.
No, they're having hot mashes and things. But it's always this time of the year when you lose your old girls, and I'm not good at knocking them on the head. So they come here and they stay here until they. But so I've lost 2 of my old flosses, but they're not too bad. I'm trying to give them lots of. We boil up for them, as you know. They have lots of. I've got some
you cook them a nice
potatoes
meal,
and I put a bit of spice in it and then
put a bit of spice in.
Yeah, oh my God, they love curry spice, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. If you've got any old curry or bit of that old Madras curry paste stuff or the stuff that's been in the cupboard a long time, you just put a bit of that in. Oh my God. They like a bit of spice, let me tell you. If you buy poultry spice, people buy it and they put it in their rations.
There's poultry spice. There's
poultry spice.
So
yes,
oh right.
it's not just.
Oh, okay, sorry. Right. I thought that was you being eccentric again.
No, they like a bit of spice.
Amazing. There was a lady, I think from around New York area, Sweet Pea Farms.
Oh,
it's very nice.
Sweet. What a lovely
And
name for a farm.
she said they've got a nutty bantam hen as well, and her 4-year-old daughter carries it round their little
so
farm,
sweet.
telling her how clever she is.
How
This
sweet.
hen. How lovely is that?
How sweet is that? Because I've got my little girl as
Yeah.
well. Oh my God, that! But you see those small things, those little creatures, and that little darling in that shed. You know, it's really sad because she hasn't got many friends.
Yeah.
You know, she just hasn't bonded with any groups. But she sits there every morning. As soon as I'm in there, she's right here, and she's, I'm giving her a little bit. But
How
I
funny
tend
is that?
to.
You get the character come through.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have thought you'd see that with a chicken. Like dogs can be really clever, can't they? Obviously companions, and then cows seem to know what's going on a little more. But chickens,
Yeah,
you just
you think,
sometimes
"Oh
you look at
dear,
them, and they're
they're-
just like
Oh
they got
my
no
goodness. Yeah, but they are in the sheds and stuff. They're drinking loads more water, obviously, and they're eating lots and lots more food.
Right.
Chickens, but yeah, she's a sweetheart. And those youngsters, oh my goodness, it's like they're going to rip the clothes from me. But I'm going in there I take 2 big bowls full,
idea. Yeah.
and they have hot mash, and then they have bread. Oh my goodness, it's it's interesting. And they have
love
an
it.
iceberg lettuce every day, or they have a cabbage, or some sort
Amazing.
of greenery. So yeah, but
That's
they're
very
eating me out of house and home.
When's the when are you doing the scanning, by the way?
Hopefully the end of this month. I haven't
End of
heard a
this
damn
month,
thing,
yeah,
but
'cause
he
we
is
need to know.
so busy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Everyone's-
so we're
because that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try and come.
Yeah, you
and
must
see
try
that.
it. Just have a
Because we've
little
never
look.
seen that. but
Yeah.
it would be nice to
Yeah,
see.
it's really
I don't
nice.
even remember if I've ever even. I don't remember it happening growing up.
So you'll have to get them in, and you have to sort of make sure their tummies are empty, and then they go through.
Oh
and
right. So they're not gonna be happy then, because they're gonna be
No.
hungry.
They could be very cross. Yeah. So they have to come in, and any grass or anything, or just keep them just a little bit empty, and then we get the scanning results. Hopefully they're better than last year. Last year was rubbish.
Mm. But you
Lots
had
of
some
singles,
great.
but I don't mind. People say, but you don't know what you're going to get.
Because
so
ideally you have 2, because you can rear 2.
that's it. You want 2 lambs, really.
Yeah.
You don't want 3.
But you said the singles came out, they were really good and strong, and you've got
really
great
good
prices.
and strong, and then they went out with their mothers. They're big, strong, beautiful animals, and they all, I sold them really well. So, as I said to you,
Have you?
it was quality and not quantity.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that's good, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's good for me as a customer,
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
as a new customer. Well, I've always been a customer,
Yeah.
but potentially.
Yeah,
Um, Okay, and how's Tommy?
Tommy's going. He's had an extension on the pen, and I've moved him. Yesterday he was in a little bit of
Lucky
trauma
boy.
because we have to buy some straw in. So we had got the old Massey chugging away, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, what the hell is she doing?" I could hear him, but he's quite happy, and
Good.
now he's still very. I give him a good rub in the morning when his food goes in. He's quite nervy still,
Yeah.
but he's better. Improved. So we have a little, but he's quite itchy, Roo, as well. He's really itchy at the minute, but the cows are a bit itchy as well.
What do you
so-
mean? Like, actually, itchy?
Yeah, he's
They're like
scratching.
Oh,
so I
right.
don't know. I mean, I suppose the straw and that I don't know. There's mites or things. So I'm gonna have to
Dust. Well, probably not.
see
You know better
about
than
getting him some louse powder or do something. But I suppose you get all this straw is the older straw that I'm using is sort of I've had it for 3 years.
me. It's
so
your
perhaps
store
it's-
straw.
It's
Yeah.
just all straw. It's like, oh dear, I just need. I don't like it when I got an empty barn.
So you bought some
I bought
straw
some
in.
straw.
Was
That
that
too, yeah.
was it really pricey, or
Yeah,
how much was it?
£50 bale. Massive bales, massive sort of.
Wow.
Big bales, massive bales. So.
Okay, so my next question is,
Yeah.
how long will that last our pen over here? One of those bales, maybe a
Oh,
week?
you see, if I use one of my other straw, okay, that will last me possibly 4 days. I'll stretch it.
Wow. That's
I
more
can't
than
bear it.
hotel
Lots of
laundry,
people,
that
lots
is.
of people are just using compost.
Right,
But people that have got cows that are calving, that are going to calve, you
Yeah.
want straw.
yeah.
If you got youngsters, you can put them in those sort of
That's freakishly expensive, isn't it?
freakishly expensive and a great luxury, because I am stingy with straws, you know, Roo.
Yeah.
I've got my little thing, but
Well, I think that gives us a good reason why, right? £50 per bale, so that's like £15 a night, just over £15.
oh my goodness, yeah. So, but I've just got to have a few more bales. I've done a little sort of recce, and I thought, oh God, I better get it in now,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Just
and then some of the straw
the
bales,
bullet, as they say.
bite the bullet, basically, yeah. But,
It'd be interesting next week to maybe ask a few, because I mean, obviously, I've explored a little bit with you where the money comes from with small farms and why it's such a struggle. It'd be nice to, for me, to understand that a little bit better. Work out how hard it is to turn profit or to make it work, and it'd be really cool. There's some great comments from people who are making it work as well. So
good, that's good. Oh yeah,
it's not impossible, but
no.
I mean, it's interesting.
It's close margins. It's very close.
£50 for a
I mean,
bale of
that
straw.
is.
That's the most you've ever spent, is it? On a straw?
God,
Yeah.
Gee, God, yeah. I don't usually, and also those straw bales for me are just they're hard work, because I've got a massey with 2 spikes.
Yeah.
And what I have to do, I've made a little contraption, so I have to park the straw bale somewhere, and I just have to take a few slices of it. So it's just physical work as well.
Right.
It's just the work and the time, but it's really nice straw.
Good.
Really nice straw, and some of that straw they will eat as well.
Good.
I have to say that.
Yeah.
So they'll eat some, and then I ration my youngsters. I've got some youngsters in the shed, and they have to have a bale of hay, and that lasts them so many days. And if they eat it, then they have to have straw.
Right.
That's it. But the thing is, my hay is the hay that we made over last year was such beautiful quality. It was all that lovely wispy. They just eat it. And then what happens is they eat that stuff, and it's really rich, and then they poo like the devil.
Yeah.
And so it's just like in some of my sheds, it's like I have one area of bedding and the other area I'm paddling.
Oh.
You know paddling, Roo?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do a lot of paddling. So.
Yeah.
But I need some
That's
really nice straw here.
Why they wear these nice trousers. And
we have nice straw here because this is where I'm going to be doing the birthing.
Right.
The cows are going to calve. I've got a heifer. Just started springing at the minute, and I want lots of nice straw for that baby. That calf, when it's born, has got to have really clean, dry straw underneath it. You've got to get that iodine and spray them umbilical cords as soon as possible. Yeah. Because that's where all the diseases go in. Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
So we've got to have really nice straw, and that's it.
Brilliant. So
when
you say springing, that means a couple of weeks away from.
So she's going to have a baby in a couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
So I could just see her little titties, her little udder is forming, and she's a real pretty girl. So we'll keep her beady eye on her. I might even make her a pen next to Cindy.
Nice.
You know, so we can just.
So over the next couple of weeks, we might see a new calf in the background.
Yeah, hope so. Hope so. Yeah, don't let's. Yeah, you know I'm a bit superstitious, but yeah, we're gonna have some. But yeah, we can do costings, and you can tell me how I can make a bit more money.
Oh, I don't know if I'm qualified to do that, Mum. No. I would not. I'm not that arrogant. I just. I'd love to.
No.
I'd love to.
It's nice for people to know how much things cost.
Definitely.
How much it costs to make that bale of hay.
Yeah.
I could. You know what I'll have to do.
No one's going to hear you, but.
Sorry.
That's all right.
How much this costs, how much that costs.
Yeah.
And then you've got to take into consideration this. And no farmer, let me tell you, puts in all the hours of work they do.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that. So they'll say, well, this costs such and such. But they don't say, right, well, that I was sat on that tractor and I was doing that much, or I've done so many hours. Blah, blah, blah. So no one does that. And if you'd put all that into, no one would.
Yeah, I remember when I was maybe a bit more green and potentially more arrogant, I suppose, in myself. I would come back home from London, and I would. This was quite a few years ago now, and I'd be like, "Yeah, but how much? What's your hourly rate?" and things like that. You don't factor that in. But there's so much more at play than that.
But no one does that. You do it because you love it.
Exactly.
But but people say, "Well, how many hours have you spent doing that?" And you think. That's what I do. I have animals. They're having babies, and we look after them. Whatever you don't.
So I think I think the point to get to though is,
Yeah.
I think you do it because you love it, and you wouldn't do
Yeah.
it if you didn't. That would be a really silly thing to do, farming, because it's so hard and you don't make a lot of money. But it is a travesty that it can't make money because it needs to be able to survive. That's how I'm.
Oh my
That's
goodness,
how
yeah.
I'm starting
And we
to
want
look
to,
at
and we
it.
want to keep all these little family farms going because, and all farming, you know, we don't want fields full of solar panels and industrial units. You want to see nice, you want,
Awesome.
basically. Sorry.
We started by you saying, right, you need to make this quick. So
We do need to make this quick.
so have you got a closing message for us?
Yeah, I want everybody,
Mm-hmm.
we're not looking at next week and the week after. Every day we take it day by day and we get through one day at a time.
Sounds good.
Yeah, positivity. That's what we've got to think. We're a great country. We're a wonderful nation. We're going to do this and we're going to crack this. So do not fear.
Yes. And that's for everyone who's not from this country. That's because we're in some sticky waters.
We are
with
in
the
sticky,
virus, aren't we?
and it's really, really, really scary at the minute. And so we are all got to be positive, but we take every day as it comes. One day at a time. That's what we do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And love to everyone.
Thanks, Mum.
And
good luck
look
with your
forward
day.
to seeing you and speaking to you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you
for all.
soon. Bye. You best get on.
Yeah, I am getting on. My ducks.
Let's go and see Tommy. Off she goes. Oh wow, they are big, aren't they? £50 per bale. For scale. Hey Tommy. He's blowing bubbles.
Remember that ear tag? Lost a good coat to that.